Washington and Tokyo CNN. While Israeli forces show no sign that they will give up their relentless attacks in Gaza, and number of civilian dead, already thousands in the area under siege, continues to increase. Anger, restlessness and anger spread across Biden administration. A month after start of Israeli-Hamas war, some top officials say specifically Israel's military operations have aspects that they cannot bear. Defense calls for U.S. to support ceasefire are growing among government employees. Many sources speaking to CNN said they were disturbed by Palestinian civilians were constantly killed in Israeli airstrikes. This created a major moral concern, said a senior management official. But no one can say that because we all work for the pleasure of the president. And he's in it. This week, a split arose between the U.S. and Israel on the future of Gaza, after Prime Minister Binyamin Netanyahu claimed in an interview that Israel would be responsible for vague time for Gaza's security. On Wednesday, Foreign Minister Antony Blinken reiterated that United States is against any reoccupation of Gaza Strip, but allowed a transition period may be needed at end of conflict. Still, pushback did not seem to be the harbinger of a larger break between two allies. Even as management struggles with increased anger in its ranks, public anger and protest explosions, and increased condemnation among its global allies, it shows little sign of any condemnation of Netanyahu that he would clearly move away from or Israel's attack in Gaza. Some of most violent reactions, including an official who resigned last month due to the Biden administration's approach to conflict, came from within Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In other parts of ministration, the authorities are quietly angry as the number of civilian dead increases. The open letter, signed by hundreds of U.S. International Development Agency employees, calls for a ceasefire, call for something that management has so far rejected. The letter says, "We need immediate ceasefire and stopping hostilities to make USAID's efforts effective and save lives. We believe that disaster of more human life can only be prevented if U.S. government immediately declared a ceasefire in Gaza, release of Israeli hostages and call for Gaza people to restore water, food, fuel and electricity." By the State of Israel, it was not difficult to find reminders of rising emotions. The president faced protester calling for a ceasefire at special fundraising event last week. Pro-Palestinian protests are an event that takes place every day near White House settlement. And this week, one of the entrances near West Wing was covered with bright red handprints intended to imitate blood and words like genocide. Joe, the president is here, everywhere. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby told reporters on Tuesday. He understands that there are strong emotions, feelings everywhere, and that's exactly the case within ministratio.